Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh, beautiful people. Welcome back again to my channel. Thank you so much for clicking. Thanks for coming back. If you are new here, you're welcome. My new subscribers, Jazakumullahu khairan. Thanks for subscribing. And please, if you haven't subscribed yet, consider subscribing. Like my videos, share with your friends and families, comment down below. I will really appreciate. So, inshallah, in today's video, what I want to talk about is about something I saw on social media. Like, it is really misleading, especially for those who are not strong in their faith. You understand, there are some calamities that befall people and makes them think that God does not exist. To be precise, they believe Allah does not exist. That if truly God exists, then how come I'm facing these challenges? That is their belief. They believe the existence of God shouldn't make them face some certain challenges like the death of their families, or maybe they've been working hard for something and yet they are not getting that thing. So they believe with them not getting that, then it totally means God does not exist. So, how would you conclude such? As a Muslim, in case anybody, a Muslimah or a Muslim, is also thinking in that direction, this is the reason of my video to tell you that has God ever promised you that you won't face challenges in this life? The answer would be no. Has God told you that you will live forever in this life? Definitely the answer is still no. So Allah did not promise us um everlasting happiness on this life. Either you should read the Quran. You should read the Quran and understand what God actually says before you blame God for what He did not promise you. Are you getting it? As a matter of fact, before anyone can be a Muslim, before you can become a Muslim believing in Allah and the Prophets, we have 6 articles of faith you have to believe in. You have to believe in these 6 articles. Without believing in these 6 articles, in short, you are still not a Muslim. The first one is believing in Allah as your God and also the prophets, the last prophets and all prophets. Also, the last prophet, Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. You have to believe in every prophet sent by Allah. You have to believe in the angels and also the books sent by Allah through this prophet. You also have to believe the hereafter. You have to believe that after you die in this life, there is still a life after this life. That is the hereafter. Are you getting it? You have to believe in that, and you also have to believe in decree. Anything Allah has decreed upon you, whether it is good or bad, you have to believe that. Anything that happens to you, surely it is from Allah. This is what Allah has destined upon you. Such like death. Allah has destined death. You understand? And there is nobody that dies except by the will of Allah. According to the Quran, Allah said it. He said, وَمَا كَانَ لِنَفْسٍ أَن تَمُوتَ إِلَّا بِإِذْنِ اللَّهِ كِتَابًا مُؤَجَّلًا. That there is no one that can ever die except with the permission of Allah. This is a decree. If the person can't die except by the time appointed to this person. So, if any of your family dies, or maybe not even one person, many at a time, you should know that that is the time Allah has decreed for them. That is their destiny. Even if they did not die at that time, even if they are in their house, haven't you seen people just sleeping in their room and yet they are not waking up? Haven't you seen people, maybe they are performing, they are doing their salat, they are performing salat, or they are just eating and there comes their death. So anything can happen. Just have it in mind that Allah did not promise you everlasting life in this life you are living. So you will surely die. That family you are saying, one day they will surely leave you. Are you getting it? It is only Allah that is Al-Hayyu Qayyum. Like he is the only one that lives forever. Are you getting it? And if people are dying, doesn't mean Allah ate them. The most beloved people to Allah as well, they died because it is decreed. Even the prophets, the beloved creatures of Allah, they died. The angels, all of them, they will die one day. Are you getting it? So, if you see people dying, especially your beloved people, don't conclude that with that, then Allah is not existing. How would you conclude such? When Allah did not even promise us everlasting in this life. So that is number one. Number two, apart from death, there are some things that befall people. All you just have to do is to believe in the Quran and also to believe in Allah. This is the Quran here. Allah did not promise us that we won't face calamity. In short, I'm going to read out this verse for you so that you can see what Allah is saying. And anything Allah says is the truth. You always find it, even if you don't believe in it. But that is the truth. You will always find it. As for the death, Allah said, Kullu nafsin da'iqatul maut. Everybody is going to taste death. Are you getting it? Same thing Allah is saying here too. Allah said in Surah Al-Baqarah, this is Surah Al-Baqarah, verse 155. Allah said, give good news to the patient. This is a word of Allah. Allah told us that He will surely test us. وَلَنَبْلُوَنَّكُمْ بِشَيْءٍ مِنَ الْخَوْفِ وَالْجُوعِ وَنَقْصٍ مِنَ الْأَمْوَالِ وَالْأَنْفُسِ وَالثَّمَرَاتِ. We will surely test you with something of fear and hunger and loss of wealth. Also, lots of people, life. Are you getting it? And plant crops. So, give good news, give glad tidings to the patient. Then Allah says, Allah is explaining the patients. Who are the patients? The patients are not the people that say, oh, this is happening to me, then Allah does not exist. No, those are not the patients. Allah says, وَبَشِّرِ الصَّابِرِينَ. So give good news to the patient. الَّذِينَ إِذَا أَصَابَتْهُمْ مُصِيبَةٌ قَالُوا إِنَّ لِلَّهِ وَإِنَّا إِلَيْهِ رَاجِعُونَ. Who are the patients? The patients are those that if calamity afflict them, maybe they are facing challenges, they are facing calamities. These people, the patients one, what did they say? They don't say ill of Allah. Instead, they say, Inna lillahi wa inna ilayhi raji'un. To Allah we belong, and to Him we shall return. This is their talk. These are the patients. So, if you want to be among the patients, anything that befalls you, calamity, what you don't like, so our testing might be differ, you get it. But at the end of the day, the patient ones, those who say, Inna lillahi wa inna ilayhi raji'un, that they say, to Allah we belong, and to Him we shall return. Allah said we should give good news to these people. Are you getting it? He said, Ulahika alayhim salawatu min rabbihim. That these patient ones are the ones, the blessings and mercy of their Lord are upon them. Wa ulaika humul muhtadun. And these people are the guided ones. These are the ones who are guided. So don't be misguided by saying Allah does not exist because you are afflicted by these calamities. Instead, just say, Inna lillahi wa inna ilayhi raji'un, so that Allah's blessings and mercy can be upon you, so that you can be among the guided ones. Are you getting it? So don't say ill of Allah because Allah did not promise you everlasting happiness. No. Especially in this life, Allah is not promising us that. The only place Allah promised us everlasting happiness, enjoyment, is in the hereafter. That is the reason Allah was telling the Prophet, وَالْآخِرَةُ خَيْرٌ لَكَ مِنَ الْأُولَى. And the hereafter is better for you than this life you are living now. So Allah only promised us everlasting happiness in the hereafter. So this testing, if you pass them in this life, surely, even if Allah makes you happy in this life, yet the happiness won't be forever as long as you are in this life. Are you getting it? That is why you see the rich are also crying. Even me, I have my own challenges. You understand? So that does not mean we shouldn't keep believing in Allah, because if you read the Quran, you understand that this life is just for the meantime. So we should just pass the test and leave. Allah said, the hereafter is where we can get the real happiness. In the hereafter, you won't die again. After the death of this life, no more death in the hereafter. In the hereafter, no more fear for those who did good in this life, who were patient in this life, who did not say ill of Allah in this life. Allah promised us beautiful life in the hereafter. Nice life in the hereafter for those who earn the paradise, who works in this life for paradise. There is everlasting enjoyment for them in the hereafter. Are you getting it? So in the hereafter, there won't be hunger. No hunger in the hereafter. No loss of life, no loss of wealth. It's just enjoyment, everlasting enjoyment. So that is the only place Allah promised us everlasting happiness. You won't lose your loved ones if they too they follow the words of Allah. So let us understand the Quran, and we should stop putting blame on what we don't know. You don't understand the Quran, you did not read the Quran, you did not understand what Allah told you in the Quran, and you just concluded you want to blame Allah. Did Allah promise you everlasting enjoyment in this life? As a matter of fact, everyone is going to die, whether you like it or not. So don't rely on people. Maybe some people are relying on people. So if these people die, they believe, oh, their life has ended. No, always rely on Allah, because Allah does not die. Don't rely on your family. Just have it in mind that anyone can die at any time. That is the belief of a Muslim. Rely on Allah. And if you rely on Him, you will never be disappointed. So I hope I'm able to explain my own little knowledge about this topic. So stop thinking Allah does not exist. No matter the trials you face, no matter how difficult it is, always say, Inna lillahi wa inna ilayhi raji'un. Be among the patient. Don't say bad words due to what you are facing. Inna mal usri yusra. With difficulty comes ease. So, Jazakumullahu khairan. Thank you so much for listening. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.